Representative Ilhan Omar is the first Somali ever elected to a state legislature in the entire country, and Representative Omar joins us now. Thank you so much for coming in, Representative Omar.
Thank you, Esme, for having me.
Let me ask you, what is the mood? What are you hearing from your constituents about yet another travel ban coming?
Yeah, people are still very concerned. There aren't enough details for people to know, and they want to know that they'll be protected. When the last ban happened, even people like myself, who has been a citizen for so long and is a lawmaker, I was afraid to travel and shared many of the fears that people had. This kind of assault on immigrants, refugees, and this particular ban that our president has been focused on is really frustrating, and is creating a lot of fear in many of our community members.
So many people in the Somali-American community have gone through so much to get to this country. They were, many of them, refugees, including yourself at one point. Tell us a little bit about your story.
Yeah, when the war happened back in Somalia in the early 1990s, my family fled the country and went to neighboring country, Kenya, entered a refugee camp. We stayed there for about 4 years, going through the process of relocating here to the United States. So when we talk about a vetting process, it's a lengthy process that people go through to come here. And now we have people who have been waiting to get through that process for 10 years, 15 years. Some families have been separated from one another for that long. And it's really scary and sad for us not to have the answers for them, to tell them that it's going to be okay, that they will see their loved ones. Some people have family members that are hospitalized here that they're waiting to come and see. And so when we're thinking about this particular policy, we have to remember the people that are involved in it.
All right, and you came here at the age of 12 not speaking a word of English, and obviously you're one of the great Somali success stories in our community, of which there are, I think, many that people have not heard about. But let me ask you about some of the issues at hand at the legislature, because you are a representative here. Real ID looks like it's being held up because of concern or debate over giving driver's licenses to undocumented workers. Your thoughts on that, Representative? So
many Minnesotans have been waiting and have asked us to push through Real ID, and they want a clear bill. And the Minnesota Democrats have asked for a clear bill so that we can take care of the issue of Real ID. But the Republicans are playing games, and they want to sneak in provisions in there that would stop people from obtaining driver licenses. And we're interested in making sure that the issue of Real ID and immigration are separate.
So you want them two completely separately. Do you personally support driver's licenses for undocumented workers as a separate issue?
I support safety, and I know that many of our residents here who are interested in getting to work, are interested in driving, are interested in doing it the safe and right way. And so I don't want for us to stop that conversation of possibly making that happen for them.
You spoke in your campaign often about education, and you actually have a bill that sponsored your first bill. Tell us about that.
Yeah, my bill would appropriate funds to a summer enrichment program that will be offered through the higher ed institutions. And it would allow low-income families to be able to send their children to these educational enrichment programs so that they have the access and the opportunity to thrive in the future.
All right, and you yourself, a mother of 3 young children, so you see that perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the struggle I have. My oldest one is 14, and this year she is going to, and she's gone many times, but this year she's going to a summer enrichment program through to do debate. And her program is going to cost upwards of $1,000 or more for her to go. And I know that my husband and I are able to provide that for her. But there are many other families who would love that opportunity to have their children attend programs like that, but they are financially unable to. And so we are providing that support for them.
Well, Representative Omar, it is a pleasure. Congratulations again on your win. I know it was a couple of months ago, and thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you for having me.